Hello, traders. Hopefully, you're enjoying the 100 point up and 100 point down moves every day. Today also we started around 5609. We went up to 56335 area, could not hold on the 09 area, and we came down. We had a couple of legs to the upside, and then we had two legs down. We created this particular wedge here with yesterday's low, and then we had a squeeze to the top, but then we could not get up to the Globex high, and we dropped around the midpoint of the day below the open of the day, and thereby we closed as a red bar today also. So hopefully in these swings you are able to identify the squeezes, and you are able to get onto those trades and make some regular money out of it, right? So welcome back to another episode of Greenback Riders Trading Academy, where we will be looking at what happened to the market today and what are the expectations that we have for tomorrow as well as the rest of the week. If these videos are helping you out in your trading and you are liking the content of it, please make sure to smash that like button, comment and share the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new here and click on the notification icon. Also, just as a reminder, we stay online on Google Meet every day from around 9 o'clock till around 2 or 4 o'clock most of the days. So if you want to join that call, please join our Discord. The link to the Discord is given in the description below. And every day around 8:45, we post the Google Meet link there. And on that meeting, we share our trade ideas. We say what are we expecting, what are the measured moves, or where are we going long or short, or where we are planning to take profit. So if you want to hop on that meeting, please join our Discord server. Let's get back to the charts right now. So looking here, this was a kind of the expectation that I had for SPX as of yesterday based on the gamma profiles, but we could not get above the second AG plus the HOI plus the first put open interest, but the first call open interest. We could not get above that. We failed that in the morning. We could not get above that here. And then finally we came back to this area. We went a little bit above that. We went not a little bit. We actually went around 40 points above that line. But then we again failed and we closed somewhere here. So these were yesterday's lines. Now let us take a look at what the price action has done. And then we will come back to the gamma levels again of SPX. And then we will look at the 15-minute volume profile chart. So if you want to know more about the gamma levels, I have posted a video on YouTube. I will put the link in the description below and you can take a look at that. That will give you a better idea of how to go around and use these gamma levels. So looking at this 5-minute chart today, you will see that this whole green box that you see here, this is actually a weekly flag, weekly bull flag, and we came down to the bottom of this. So today actually we had a measured move down to this area. I had expected this move down yesterday evening when the market was coming down, but it did a false breakdown of the low of yesterday at that point of time in the evening, and the price went back up. So this was the high of today. As soon as the market opened up, we came back till here. This was the pullback, and this was the area where we had the measured move. We got the measured move, and then we got the squeeze. We went back inside this channel, but we could not reach the midpoint of it, and we fell and came below this channel once again. So if this actually continues, we can come down, and then we will see if we are doing a double bottom here, and then we will actually see if we are continuing to the downside. And on the downside, we actually have a very good support, which is the monthly 20 EMA, which is currently sitting at 5520.25. So now let us take a look at what happened. This was the previous low that we had at 55.57. We were getting support here previously, but we went up. We could not make a higher low, and as a result, we went above this breakout area but failed again, and we came back down, created a lower low. Then we went up back and created a higher high, and then we are down here. Now if this line is holding at this point of time, and tomorrow we start around here, we see that the price is bouncing here, there is a high probability that we will be making a higher high, but then we will have to get above this 50% of the channel line. This is a very important line here, and then we will have to get above this daily wedge line, the weekly flag, and then we will see if we are getting to these higher levels to the 5700. Now for 321, which is the expiry of the monthly contracts for SPX, 5700 calls. There is a huge volume and open interest right now, so that may actually act as a magnet. Maybe not this week, but next week or the week after by 321, I am thinking that we will come and tag this 5700 and actually try to go further up from there. So that is one options flow that is there. So 5700 on SPX will mean 5704 to 06 at this point of time. We have a 6 to 4 point spread between SPX and ES mini of the March contract right now. Now, for the bullish case for tomorrow, I would not want this 5571 area to be broken down once again. If we are able to hold this 557172 area, then there is a possibility that the market will go up again and we will do a measured move of this. And if we want to see what that measured move will look like, let me remove this drawing and get this drawing back again. So we started from here, this leg started from here, we went up till here, and if this was the low that we are creating, then the 1:1 goes up to the 5683 and we can get above this weekly flag and hit this 5700 as well. But that will depend on looking at if we are holding this 7-1 level. If we are breaking down the 7-1 level, we will come down to the 5758 levels once again, and then if we are breaking this down, this low down, then mostly we will be getting to the 5520 areas. We will look at the gamma levels to compare those levels once again. Let us now take a look at the daily chart. So if you look at the daily chart right now, you will see that we have created a spinning top candle here. So this is an indecision candle, right? And yesterday we had a huge volume, which was one of the biggest volumes in over the past few days. And today's volume was much higher, right? So it may be possible that the bulls are building up their positions right now, and there may be one more attempt to break this down, but then finally the market will start going back up. I think we are very close to the inflection point. We may come down to that 55.20 and then do a failed breakout of this 55.33 area again and then start going up. However, at this point of time, if you see, we are out of this channel, but we are not breaking down of this wedge line, and I do not want to see that this wedge line is getting broken. But if we close below this wedge line, there will be further drops to the downside. I was looking at one more thing, and that is I was looking at the 12-month chart. Let me duplicate this tab. Now, when you're looking at this particular yearly chart, you will see that when we were at the end of last year, 650 points was the ATR that we had. And at this particular point of time, we have, or from the top of the year, we have already dropped around 619 or 620 points. So I am thinking that there is a possibility that we may actually start to turn at this point, but then the price action has to show us that, okay, we are turning. Otherwise, the price may actually come down here to retest this breakout area, which is at 5298 or the 5300 areas. So if we can come down here, then we will see if there is a big bounce that is happening from here, or otherwise it may continue to the downside. But then we have another 300 points to go. But then you have to remember that tomorrow is CPI and PPI, and if the data is not good, the way the market has been moving, we can get this 300 points in straight 3 days, right? So that is one more scenario that we have, that if we are breaking down all the supports that we have on the downside, there is a possibility that we will come and hit this 5300 sometime. But then we also have the calls to the 5700. It is not 100% that we will go and hit the calls. If we are getting below that 5520, the monthly 20 EMA, I think there is a lot of more pain that the market has to endure, but the bears will rejoice, right? For price action traders like us, we are not biased. We play both the short and the long. We look at the market structure. We look at what are the possibilities. When there is a possibility to scalp, we scalp. When we think that the market will be squeezing, we swing. Let us take a look at the hourly chart. So this was the channel on the hourly chart that we had. We have tried multiple times to get inside the channel. We had the first touch here. We did not have a touch here. We had the second touch here. We had the third touch here, but then we have broken down. We went back inside. We got rejected near the midpoint of the channel again, and we have closed below the channel. Now at this point of time, if you see, this was the hourly candle at 8 o'clock. This was an outside down bar, and we got the second leg to the downside, and then we went back up. However, if this leg needs continuation, then at that point of time, if I'm trying to do a measured move of this from the top to the bottom, and then this was the pullback because we did not take out the high, then our measured move happens to be at the 55.28 or the 55.27 level, which is very close to the 55.20. So I am of the opinion that it is highly possible that we will break down these lows tomorrow, and then we will come and hit this particular low from today, and we will come down further to get to this 5527 or the 5520 area, and then bounce back from there, take out this 35 or 36 level, 34.5 level once again, and keep going higher, and that will be considered again as a failed breakdown. And if we see that there is a micro channel getting created, one green bar after the other getting created, maybe another squeeze will be starting at that point of time. Now, it is also possible that we do not break down this 5571 level or the 5558 or 5560 levels, and we get back above again. In that case, we will have to see that we are taking out this 30 to the 35 area of the 5600s. We are getting above the stop, and then we will get to the 46 to the 50 area. And if we are able to get above that, then mostly we will come up to the 5711 to the 5712 areas. But then when you look at this particular template, ES HTF SNR, we have all the higher time frame support and resistances here. So we'll have to take our profits level to level, because you see how the ATR is at this point of time. We are at 20 to 16 points. Even during the close, the ATR is at 10 points, right? So you never know that when you are running a trade and suddenly there is a bar in the opposite direction which comes down 20 points. So if that happens, your whole profit may be wiped out. So I do take profits at 20 points. I do take profits at 10 points. I do take profit at these important levels. And then I hold my runner with a small stop loss, so that even if it hits, it does not bother me a lot, because I trade on the funded account. And on the funded account, I do not have the ability to keep on holding through strong pullbacks, because my trail down is calculated from the all-time high of the account. So if my account has reached $1,000 and then it comes down to zero, it will be considered as $1,000 loss, because that was my all-time high. So I have to maintain those things, and so I keep my stop losses very close. If I come out of a trade, I come out of a trade, and then I wait for the next setup to happen, and I can re-enter the trade once again. Let us take a look at the hourly chart. So this was the channel on the hourly chart that we had. We have tried multiple times to get inside the channel. We had the first touch here. We did not have a touch here. We had the second touch here. We had the third touch here, but then we have broken down. We went back inside. We got rejected near the midpoint of the channel again, and we have closed below the channel. Now at this point of time, if you see, this was the hourly candle at 8 o'clock. This was an outside down bar, and we got the second leg to that to the downside, and then we went back up. However, if this leg needs continuation, then at that point of time, if I'm trying to do a measured move of this from the top to the bottom, and then this was the pullback because we did not take out the high, then our measured move happens to be at the 55.28 or the 55.27 level, which is very close to the 55.20. So I am of the opinion that it is highly possible that we will break down these lows tomorrow, and then we will come and hit this particular low from today, and we will come down farther to get to this 5527 or the 5520 area, and then bounce back from there, take out this 35 or 36 level, 34.5 level once again, and keep going higher, and that will be considered again as a failed breakdown. And if we see that there is continuous, there is a micro channel getting created, one green bar after the other getting created, maybe another squeeze will be starting at that point of time. Now looking at this 4-hour chart, we have this particular trend line. We have not broken down this trend line. So if we are breaking this down, we can come down to this 5528 to the 20 areas, and then we can come to the subsequent levels that are marked on the ES HTF SNR chart. If you want to take a look at the chart, I will put the link to these charts in the description below. You can just go and click on the link, and you can view the different support and resistance areas that I think are important. And in that particular chart, we have marked the hourly, the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly, all those levels are mentioned in the single chart. Now if you're looking at this daily chart, once again you will see that we are in this micro channel. None of the bars has taken out the high of the previous bar. So as a result, even if we have a two-legged pullback on the daily channel, I am thinking that there is always a possibility that the price will come back down once again towards the low, or create a new low before it actually starts its journey back to the top. Let us now take a look at the SPX gamma levels. So these are the major gamma levels that we have. If you look at 5500, this is the first aggregate gamma. This is the highest aggregate gamma that we have here. By the way, the whole market has negative gamma at this point of time. This is also the line where we have the highest open interest. We have the highest puts open interest here, as well as the second call open interest here. Above that, this is the fifth one. This is the fifth AG. This is the second AG. This is the third AG, and this is the fourth AG. This is how it has been distributed. Now, if we look here, the aggregate gammas are actually moving up, right? Yesterday, the three aggregate gamma was somewhere here, and now it is moving up. So this is a good sign that maybe the market will actually try to bounce. And if we can get above this 4 AG, and the first target will be here, and then the price may actually try to get to this as a magnet. This will become 5700. But on the downside, if we are giving up this and we are falling below this low, we are giving up this box, this 5500 will start acting as a magnet, and we can actually flush down to these levels if we are giving up this first aggregate area, because once we we are giving this up, there is no major support in these areas as far as the gamma is concerned, and SPX can actually flush down to these areas at that point of time. So this is what we have from a gamma perspective. Now we will have to see where the price is opening up. We are close to which line, and then we will have to see if that line is being broken down, or we are taking support on that line and trying to go back up or go down. So it will become very important tomorrow morning where we open. Also remember, tomorrow is one of the most volatile days that we have. That is the CPI day. So keep your position sizes small, be nimble, take your profits level to level, and keep your stop losses very close, because CPI days are known to be full of traps. So that is all about the gamma levels that we have. This is saved under the gamma level template. Again, the link to this template is given in the description below. Let us now take a look at the 15 minutes volume profile. So if you're looking at this volume profile chart, you will see that yesterday we had a multiple distribution day. It was kind of a flat profile, and then the price actually started coming down straight. Today we have created a D profile, which is more like a trading range, and we did have a trading range today. So these are the different volume areas that has been created. If we are breaking down this 55.54 and we come below the low of yesterday, we will come down to the 55.20 areas, and then we can continue down to the 54.97. Of course, there will be some support and resistance areas here, but I have just marked out the major support and resistances that we have as far as the 15-minute volume profile is concerned. Now, these are from way back to the left. This is almost 3 or 4 months old data that we have towards the back. So however, if there is support and resistance that was present at that point of time, that same support and resistance will still be present at this time, until and unless we go there and create a different kind of profile, thereby changing the support and resistance areas there. So as long as that does not happen, we will have to go by whatever we have based on this, as well as the price action chart. So I keep this just as a reference in front of me to see where we are standing with respect to yesterday's POC, or with respect to the today's developing POC. We keep a look at that, and based on that, we look at the price action, we look at the gamma levels, and that is how we take the trades that we are taking throughout the day. So that is all that I have for now. I will end this video here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning in the Google Meet. Again, if you want to join the Google Meet, the link to the Discord channel is given in the description below. Till then, have a very great night, everyone. Bye.